Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Purple Raider Sitdown here on 91.1 WRMU. I'm your host, Jacob Buttar, and today I am joined by our first Trap Sports player of the game this season, sophomore linebacker Kaleb Brown. Kaleb, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. So, Kaleb, 3.5 sacks for you in your first game of the season, 2 weeks ago at Defiance, 10 sacks total as a team. Kind of talk about what was clicking for both you and the rest of the defensive line that day.
It's the standard. We have a goal right now to get 80 sacks this season, and our Coach Q, he drills it in our head. We got to be better, be great. We got to be the most dominant people on the field at all times. So we all got the message. We all knew what had to be done.
For sure. 80 sacks on the season, too. That's a bold goal, but right now it definitely looks like it's coming true, especially if we keep that up. But we kind of talked about it right before this interview. It was your first career game as well for the Purple Raiders 2 weeks ago. How did it feel to be out on the field for the first time?
It felt good. I had the jitters all game. Coaches had to tell me to chill out a little bit because the energy was coming through. It's been a little minute, but it felt good to be back out there with the guys.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We definitely wouldn't be able to tell, I got to tell you, like that it would be your first game for the Purple Raiders. You really just looked calm, cool, and collected, especially from up in the booth. So great job to you there. But going off your beginnings here at Mount, kind of talk about your background, like where you're from, how you found out about Mount Union, and why you chose to be a Purple Raider.
I found out about Mount Union first, actually. I'm from Maryland. I'm from Southern Maryland. I wanted to play to high school. And me and my mom was looking around at schools, and we found out about Mount Union because Coach Dart had reached out to me. And I had came up here, and I loved it. I loved the environment. I loved the food. I loved the people. And when I found out a little bit more about the football, I was really invested. And I met with a couple of coaches. Shout out to Coach Allen. He really brought me in. And then it was just set from there.
Yeah, for sure, man. And I can speak for all the Purple Raider fans. We are very glad that you chose the University of Mount Union and looking forward to you for years to come here. So not many underclassmen, too, Kaleb, really get the opportunity to play at Mount Union and make an immediate impact like you did right away last game, first week of the season. So how did last year kind of sitting back, preparing you for the fast success this season? How did really that year of just kind of sitting backwards kind of make sure that you got that step forward here this year?
That's the thing about it. I was already about to come out, but then a couple injuries had happened and it set me back, and it really hurt, especially during the playoffs when I seen the guys out there and I couldn't be out there to help them out, especially on the long run to win a stag. But they know what had to be done, and I knew what had to be done. So when I came back, it was already there.
For sure, for sure. And going off being an underclassman, you have the opportunity to play on a very well-experienced defensive front led by players such as Mason McMillan, Duke Hill, Rossi Moore, just to name a few. What have you learned so far from those guys, and what's it like being able to line up with them on a week-in and week-out basis?
It's great. I'm not going to lie. They teach me step by step. If I'm messing up, they going to hold me accountable. They make sure I know what I got to do. We in the film. They asking me to break down the plays. It's just great actually having them by my side. And now if they leave, I know what has to be done.
Yes, sir. Setting the standard for that. That is for sure. Also, another question here for you, kind of basing it off that. You get to face off against a great offense every single day in practice with guys like Wayne Ruby Jr., DeAndre Parker, Braxton Plunk. What's it like going against those guys in practice?
It gets serious out there. It's competition. Every day we all want to be great. The O-line want to be great. The D-line want to be great, and that's just going to make us great. That's what we need.
For sure, for sure. They say iron sharpens iron, and you guys definitely do that on a week-in, week-out basis at practice. So I got some quick little fun questions here for you, Kaleb. So I'm kind of interested to see your answers here on this one. So first off, favorite football team, basketball team, baseball team, really anyone that you want to name, especially being from Maryland. I'm interested to see this.
That's the thing. Some people ask me, do I like the Baltimore Ravens? I'm like, nah, I like the Chargers. It's kind of far out there, but I'm a big Justin Herbert fan.
Okay.
We lost this Sunday, but we're gonna get it back this week.
Yes, sir.
But it's okay.
Yes, sir.
And I like the Lakers.
Okay.
Lakers. I'm a big LeBron fan.
I'm a big LeBron fan too, so appreciate that, yeah, for sure. But another question that I have here for you, player that you copy your game after, was there any guy you watched growing up or currently in the league right now that you said, hey, I want to be like that man?
Joey Bosa. Me and Coach Q locked in on Joey Bosa, especially I'm a big Chargers fan. And we break down some of my film and his film and put some things together. And we still in the work with some stuff, but we getting it together right now.
That's a good guy to definitely base your position, especially after that. And as an Ohio State fan, I can greatly appreciate you picking Joey Bosa right there. So outside of football too, here for you, Kaleb, what's your go-to hobby?
My go-to hobby, I like to paint on my free time.
Okay.
I'm a big painter. I like to draw. That's about it. I'm a pretty chill person.
Okay. For sure. We love that. And the final kind of quick fire one that I have here for you, Kaleb. If you're not Kaleb Brown, the football player, what sport would you be playing here at the University of Mount Union, and like what position would you want to do?
I'll probably be playing either basketball or I'll be doing high jump and track.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a high jumper in track.
I'd like to see you on the basketball court too. Seeing you with that fire that we see you on the football field.
Defensive guy.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It would be good. We got to call Coach Feline up on that one. But lastly here, Kaleb, got one final question here for you. What do you feel like this defense can become as the season progresses, and what are your own personal goals as it goes on?
We're going to be the greatest defensive team, D-line team, the greatest Mount Union team to come out. I promise you, this team is something special. It was special last year, but now it's like it's very put together, and we know what has to be done a little bit more.
For sure.
And about myself, I want to become an All-American. I have a bunch of All-Americans around me, and they're helping me. Everybody thinks I can do it, so it's just up to me to put the work in and get what has to be done.
For sure. Off to that fast start. Definitely can see that All-American in your future. Love watching you, Kaleb, out there on the field, and greatly appreciate you stopping by here today.
Thank you.
Alrighty, well, thank you all for listening once again to another edition of Purple Raiders Sit Down. We're just moments away from kickoff.